Hey girl, welcome back to another Tap In with TK. I am so grateful you are here with me.
The vibe, can't black and shine, can't kill my high.
Listen, if this is your first time, girl, thank you. Baby, thank you. Thank you for clicking on this video because we got a lot to talk about and I have a feeling you're going to like it. And if this is your second, third, fifth, sixth time back, welcome back, girl. Get your tea, get your wine. We're going to talk about some little stuff today, okay? My name is TK and I feel like this channel is a little bit of everything, but the main thing is to make luxury obtainable to us. And what is luxury? Luxury is self-love. It's feeling good about yourself. It's having your spirit connected. It's about your mental, your emotional, and the things that are around you that will make you either feel good or bad. But we want things around us to represent what is within us and to push ourselves forward. So if you are interested in that, girl, subscribe, like, comment. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. And so let's get into it today. There are a few things that I want to talk about today surrounding relationships, and not even just friendships, but all relationships. When it comes to relationships, it's something that it's like a trial and error. You know, you learn things. A lot of people will say they take losses, but I think all losses are actually lessons if you decide to maneuver a different way the next time it comes around or it presents itself. But when it comes to relationships in general, for myself, I've learned a lot about myself. Like, forget about them, forget about, you know, the complaints that we can have, but I've learned what I desire in friendships. And so we're gonna talk about toxic relationship, toxic sisterhood, and just relationships in general. And I believe, again, this will be beneficial to all of us because we all know that our relationships, our circle, our environment literally creates us. It makes us who we are. That's why I feel like it's so big to talk about. So we're gonna get into a few traits and some signs of just relationships that might be unhealthy, how to get these boundaries, how to identify, okay, sis, you not for me, bro, you not for me. And it ain't no hate, it ain't no this, it's just like we're leveling up, okay? That's just what it is. We're leveling up and we're being unapologetic about being who God has called us to be. Listen, if y'all hear my girls, my babies, I am a mama, so my apologies. They loud as heck. So freaking good. What is this? Carbonated water? I forgot. What is carbonated water called? What is that called? Darn it. Oh my gosh. Anywho, that's what this is with some oranges. I've been like literally soaking these oranges in it for hours. So good. And it helps you not to eat as much. But let's get into it. So these are just a few things. I could have a really long list, y'all, of some signs that your circle, who you're around, might not be who's assigned to you. But I want this video to be too long because y'all know our attention span is like. One of the first things that bothered me the most, that hurt my feelings the most in relationships, was one-sided relationships, y'all. I mean, these relationships, they had their moments. We would enjoy each other's time so much and just connect, and I would think that I got a new girlfriend, but when I stepped back or when I went through something like a depression or an anxiety, or I just shut down, they were nowhere to be found. They were literally nowhere to be found. They never checked up on, and when I say never, I mean like most of the time. Like they probably hit me up a couple of times, maybe. I got some friendships, some past friendships that they never did check on me. But if I wasn't communicating, if I wasn't inviting, if I wasn't making the plans, if I wasn't, you know, like making things happen, the friendship didn't exist. And it was very painful for me because I'm like, second guessing myself, like, what did I do? Did I say something last time? Like, why is this? And it's like, no, some people are literally so used to being pulled on, or simply just really lazy in relationships. And this is something me and my husband was talking about in this new season that we're in this transition. Relationships take sacrifice of all sorts. It's not just marriage. It's not just your boo, like your friendships, your sisterhood, all of that. Community in general takes sacrifice. What do I mean by that? So there are things that I've been invited to, right? And maybe it was late in the evening, maybe it was far, and I'm like, dang, I just really kind of want to chill at home and kind of cuddle up with my hubby. But if I want this relationship to flourish, and not only that, it's the respect. Like, I want you to know that I care about you. So instead of me sitting at home, relaxing in my bed, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna feed this relationship. In the past, I've been on the other end where I was giving so much of myself. I was giving of my time. I was giving of my energy, girl, gifts, money, all of it. And the relationship was one-sided. Like, again, when I looked around, I'm like, where are all these people that I've been invited and I've been loving on? And now that I've been quiet or I've shut down or I've been going through something, I have no one. And that was the lesson for me when I went through something. And this is why I be saying, don't despise the storm, sis. Don't despise them lonely moments. Like, look up and see who is around. Look up and see who texted you, who gave you a phone call when you weren't the one that was strong, that was putting things together, that was the perky one. When you were on the opposite end, who was around? And when I went through a season of just examining again, like I said in the first or my last tap in with TK, when I examined, I was like, this is not okay. Like, I'm gonna be left out to die if I depend on these people that are around me right now. And so that was one of the biggest things that stood out to me in a relationship that I know I don't need to be a part of, or I need to compartmentalize, sis, bro, relationship, is if it's one-sided. Because, girl, you can't pour out of an empty cup. Point blank, period. Same thing in marriage, same thing in friendships, same thing in relationships. You cannot pour out of an empty cup. If you find yourself putting things together, making things happen, and you're the only one, and when you going through something, there's nobody around, baby, compartmentalize, sis, and we're gonna move on, okay? The second thing is belittling or like silent competition. And I know, yeah, haters, but like, it's a real thing. I cannot press that to y'all, how I've leveled up in my life, in my mental, in my emotion, in my relationships, by not making things seem like cliche. Like, no, it's cliche, but it's real. Like, haters is a real thing. Silent competition is a real thing. And it's cool. You can be silently competing with me from afar. But, baby, I'm talking about you can't be that close to me. You just can't be. What does silent competition look like? What does belittling look like? Let's break it down, okay? So let's say, sis, you started writing blogs, right? And you're starting a new journey. I'm not saying that your friends need to kiss your butt, but baby, we celebrate everything. We celebrate everything. Our friend literally just sold a house. He's in real estate. We like, let's plan the night where we're gonna turn up, we're gonna kick it. We celebrate everything on this side because y'all, life is hard. And all the things that we have to fight, generational curses, bad habits, toxic traits, toxic habits, when you do something good, when you push something out healthy in your environment, we're gonna celebrate it. And if you are putting things out and you're growing and you're trying to change and you're on a new adventure and you see those around you that are just like, thumbs up. Oh, that's so dope, sis. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that too. It's not about you. I'm doing it. Celebrate me. You know, like, seriously, like, that silent competition will have them, either being silent, literally, when you have something going on for yourself, they're quiet. Nowhere to be found. And then y'all know what irks me the most is if, let's say I am a content creator and I focus on women and leveling up in their mental, emotion, lifestyle, right? And then there's like another girl that does exactly what I do, and you see your friend all up under their comments, oh, this is dope, yes, and it's like, sis, I do that. Like, and you don't say nothing under my post. Silent competition. And the thing is, sometimes they're not even aware that they're doing it. The reason why I'm putting this out here is so that you can know the signs of someone that you need to compartmentalize. Like, this is somebody that needs to not be as close as they are, because what we will not tolerate is someone planting seeds of discord, someone planting seeds of doubt, of insecurity. No, baby, what I'm doing is big. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 likes. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 views. It's big to me because all the demons in the hell that I had to fight to just get in front of this camera. Sis, you better darn skippy bet we gonna go out just because I dropped a 1 episode on YouTube. And again, I have people around me like that now, but it was a season in my life where people were quiet. Like, y'all know when them likes get less and less and less and the views get, they just watch a story, but they don't like nothing. All of that, baby, it's cool, be associates, but they don't need to be next to you. So I feel like there's so many signs, there's so many traits. You got those that belittle it, that's like, oh, how your little business going? Yeah, I saw your, well, listen, you better beware. And I don't care how many super duper spiritual people try to make it seem like they're not this, they're not that. The spirit of jealousy is real. Let me tell y'all real quick. The spirit of jealousy that was surrounding me had me leveling down what I knew I liked. It had me leveling down what I knew I enjoyed. It had me leveling down and how I knew I was supposed to walk in a room, because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. The spirit of jealousy, baby, y'all better stop playing with that. I don't care how cliche this conversation is. Your environment is everything. So now that we know some traits. Oh, and another thing is, baby, if everything is only about them, they only letting you know what they doing. They only letting you know they're over exerting their accomplishments. And I'm not talking about it in a good way where it's like, sis, girl, I'm thinking about doing this. I'm so excited for da-da-da-da. If the conversations can only go their way and what they're talking about, that's another thing. I just had to throw that out there. But in general, we know when we around somebody and we feel something in our spirit. We know when we like, okay, she going extra hard for her and I'm supposed to be, we know those feelings. Stop ignoring it. Listen, I'm here to tell one girl, I don't know who you are, or maybe it's a bro. I'm here to tell you, stop ignoring that stuff. Because it got to a place where people was trying to literally convince me that I wasn't seeing, feeling, and knowing the things that I knew. People were trying to literally convince me that it wasn't what it was. And I had to literally, y'all, upset people, become unapologetic, and what I knew was to be true, stand on it. Stand on it. I know y'all not for me. I know you're not assigned to me, because the way that I pray to the God that answers my prayers, y'all cannot be a part of my story. I just know it. And that's what I want to encourage y'all to do. The way that you pray about your man, your future husband, your relationship with your boo, the same energy goes towards your friendships. What I realize is that women will put all of our attention to a man, right? We'll write down what we want him to be like. He need to make this, he need to be this, he need to be a man of God, he need to tithe, he need to fast, he need to have everything going on, like we'll pray about all that stuff. But when it comes to friendships, we just kind of slip and fall into those. Like, no, be specific. And that's the biggest tip that I can give to you, is be specific in your prayer time about your sisterhood and your friendships. Because again, even when it comes to the money that they make, all of it, you will become them. That's how far you can get, is who is around you. So be specific. And I want to even challenge y'all, like, work on your insecurity, because you need to be around women, if you are a woman, that are better than you. What do I mean? They exercise, they're healthy, they make more money. Again, in this season, we are not striving for comfort and for a mediocre lifestyle. And I'm not talking about money, y'all. I'm not talking about wealth. I'm not talking about material things. I'm talking about poverty on the inside, poverty mindset, poverty level emotions, poverty spirit life. That's what I'm talking about. Get around people who are elevated, who are higher than you in these areas. Because again, who you are around is who you'll become. Subconsciously, you will become these people. So don't be so insecure that you won't reach out to women that you know are flyer than you on some levels. Baby, let her encourage you. Let her teach you her ways. Because I'm good at sitting down saying, sis, you look good. What is your diet? Baby, how is your waist so small? Baby, what's your skin regimen? Your skin is glowing. Don't be a hater, y'all. Like, get rid of the insecurity. And that leads me into the second portion of this video, is work on yourself. Work on yourself and building your self-esteem. The reason why I push out confidence and I push out building your self-esteem is because of the insecurities that we have a jealous spirit. It's because we don't think that we're bomb, that we are competing with other women. When you are good with yourself, I don't care if you're not where you think you should be, but when you're content, you can be in a room full of bad females that make way more money than you, and you'll be good because you've worked on you. You're working on you. So that's the biggest advice that I can give. Work on yourself, sis. Go to the gym. Get disciplined in your eating. Get disciplined in your skincare, your morning routine, your night routine, because you will continuously be surrounded by who you really are. You keep looking at, why do I keep bumping into this? Because you're bumping into yourself. You're bumping into you. And I had to tell myself that. I had to have a real talk, y'all. I had such a real talk. I talked so bad to myself one time that I felt, I put myself in a depressed state. Because I'm like, you're literally upset at people, and they're literally your mirror. They're showing you you. They're showing you that you have a jealous spirit. They're showing you that you're insecure. They're showing you that you doubt yourself. That's all that is. The people that are around you, marriage, friendships, it is a direct reflection of who you are. So baby, step back. Step back. Step back. Let's have real conversations with ourselves. Let's really dive into who we actually are. Level up. Therefore, when it's time to be in a room full of other bad chicks, when it's time to be in a room full of bosses, I know I'm that. I took a year off just to work on me. I took a year off just to get dedicated in the gym, just to get dedicated in the kitchen, just to learn nutrition, just to grow my hair, just to make my nails strong, just to meditate and talk to God and have a real relationship with Him. I took a year off. So now when I step in a room, baby, yes, my name is TK and I belong here. And guess what? Because I've worked on myself and working on myself, that's all I'm attracting. And baby, my friendships have elevated. Y'all, real testimony, when I started saying no to what I knew was not mine, saying no to the competitors, saying no to the people that really didn't like me, but they just wanted to be close to the light. When I started saying no to that and I started focusing on who I was, immediately I started attracting women just like me. Shout out to you. You know who you are. But I literally did. I started attracting women that had the same taste, that had the same thinking, that we explored all types of conversations together. And it was just such a beautiful thing. And so that's why I'm sharing this with you. First and foremost, recognize and identify the traits of these type of relationships that you don't need to be around. That's number one. Number two, isolate yourself, work on yourself, get yourself together, feel good about you, so that even if you're alone for a season, even if you are isolated for a season, you're content. And then once you level up, once you start getting on that journey of working and bettering yourselves, baby, you're gonna attract the right type of women. You're gonna attract that man. You're gonna attract that woman, because you are who you attract, period. Leveling up in isolation wasn't hard for me. The difficulty was literally standing on my 2 feet like, I said no. I'm not entertaining these relationships no more. I don't deserve that. I know what I'm supposed to be. I know when I close my eyes and I think about my future self and I think about my higher self, it's not this. So I have to say no, and I have to be unapologetic about it. And people will be mad. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend for a decade, they're gonna be upset. They're not gonna understand. Just like I said in the last video, growth is offensive. When you elevate, when you mature, when you begin to have boundaries and you don't play about them, it's offensive. But it is only offensive to those who aren't supposed to be connected to you. Point blank, period. So allow the hurt to lead you. Allow that pain and that discomfort to say, okay, this is not it. This ain't it. So it gotta be better. While I'm waiting on better, I'm gonna become better. And so yeah, that's really it. One of the biggest things that I have seen a benefit, I mean, it's been so beneficial to my life, is literally saying no. And I mean, not no like to people asking me stuff, but like denying what I'm so used to, denying those old relationships that no longer serve me, becoming unapologetic in that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that level. I don't want this low level of relationships where we're constantly in cycles of nothing. I don't want this. No. I said no, you know? And when I said no, and I continuously to said through my tears, through the pain, I let go of relationships that I've been knowing all my life. Okay, compartmentalize. You're over here, you're over there. It was painful. I'm not promising this journey to be roses, but through that pain, I learned a lesson about myself. The biggest lesson that I took away is, TK, you are going to attract exactly who you are. You can think you are whoever you are, but when you really want to know who you are, look around you. And if you don't like what you see, baby, level up, isolate yourself, get yourself together, and then you will attract who you want, because you'll be the person that you want to be around. So that's it, y'all. Yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all feel about that. I mean, do you see that there's some things that you need to change in your life? Do you see that there's some relationships you need to maneuver? And again, this isn't like a cut off, F you, I don't care about you, but it's like I gotta compartmentalize though. I have to separate you from what I thought you were, put you over here to somebody that I talk to every now and then, and not somebody that has intimate space with me, you know? And if you recognize it, y'all, let me know if this video helped you. Let me know if y'all liked it, if y'all enjoyed it, if y'all want more videos like this. Oh, and make sure you follow me on all socials, y'all. I'm starting to get really active on Instagram again. I took a long break, isolation season. I took a long break, but I am back, and I'm back active and back making content that is true to me and who I am today, okay? Because again, if y'all look at the old videos, that's not even who I am no more, baby. I gotta reintroduce myself to y'all, okay? I gotta reintroduce myself to myself. But anywho, I love y'all. Y'all let your algorithm know that you like me. And the way that you let the algorithm know that you like me is by making sure you are interactive. That is all. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next time.